Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kyger1324 up here today with what could probably be one of my biggest pickups of the year. Um, basically, Heather got some money back from her work because her boss is a twat and always takes money off her for no good reason. So she got a fair bit of money back and spoiled me. We spoiled ourselves even. And we've got not one, not two, but 3 consoles. Oh yeah, we've got 3 retro consoles today. I can't believe it. It's mental. And a bunch of good modern stuff as well, which we're going to start with. We'll go to the retro at the end because I know you guys like the retro stuff. But we'll start with this little shop. It's a buy and exchange shop, you know, like a pawn shop almost. And they always have good games in there, good prices. And most of this, it's all Xbox One stuff, apart from one game. There you go. It's all, but yeah, but it's a good little shop. So up first I got the Halo Wars limited edition, and it just come to me that this was the last Halo game that I needed actually for a full Halo set. Actually, tell a lie, I do need the ones on Xbox One as well, Xbox. So it's the limited edition version of Halo Wars, and it comes with a this steelbook with the Arbiter on the front, the standard edition version of the game manual, all's in there. And yeah, of course the Spartans on the back. Love Halo Wars, great game. However, I probably won't play this version. I'll be playing the definitive edition, which is on the Game Pass. And it also comes with a small art book. Oh, wait, maybe not an art book actually. It's got some other bits in there as well. With these smaller unbox things, I'll do with these smaller ones, I'll show it off, but the bigger ones I won't. Just making sure there's nothing left in there. It comes with this Spirit of Fire thing here, which
coaster.
Yeah, I think it could be a coaster. Some cards, and they're still sealed, and they're going to stay that way. Sorry, and an art book as well, a small Genesis little.
There we go.
Actually, it's not an art book. It's even better than an art book. It's a comic. How awesome is that? Even better. Maybe I can read that to you guys one day. But still, yeah, good little limited edition there, and I paid $3.99 for it, which is fantastic. The Xbox 360 limited editions, especially ones like these, like the Gears of War ones as well, are dirt cheap. So get them while you can, because they're not going to get more expensive too fast, but you never know. You never know. Oh, done it all wrong. I put all the cases. You know what? I'll just leave that there. So I can put it away. Fuck's sake. Wrong shot. I'll need a lighter. But yeah, not bad. And then a bunch of Xbox One titles. Of course, I'm going for a full set, and I'm getting all the games under £5 first. And all of these ones are great games, must-play games anyway. I've got all of them almost all of them, or I played pretty much all of them. But anyway, we have Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Haven't played this one actually, so here's one that I didn't play, $4.99. Haven't played this yet. I played a little bit the first one. I got to a point and I couldn't really figure out what to do, so I might have to go back and play it and then play this one. The first one's backwards compatible, and it's also on EA Access, as is this game, so that's why it's dirt cheap now. And I think they gave it away for free, or they're going to. Next month's Games with Gold have been announced, so it's going to be fuck's sake, I know it. Sorry about the hair. I know I need to get my hair cut. It's going to be For Honor. It's going to be one of them. Epic Mickey 2, and is going to be another one. For Forza Horizon 2, and also Dead Space 3. So yeah, 4 pretty decent games, and the only one that I don't own any of those games actually, so that's great. So that's great for someone like me, because the physical versions of the game will go down in price. But yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, not bad start. And then we got Rise, Son of Rome, a launch title for the Xbox One. However, a very good game. It got some good awards at the time for having some impressive graphics for the time. And it's a solid game. However, it's not very long. It's only about 5-6 hours. This was free a few months ago anyway, so I have a digital and physical version of it. And then we have Wolfenstein: The New Order. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago. Actually, a few years ago. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. All three Wolfenstein, the modern Wolfenstein games, the Xbox One versions, are absolutely fantastic. They're some of the best first-person shooters out there, in my opinion. I love these style of first-person shooters, ones that are, you know, fast-paced, arcade style, don't rely a lot on realism. And Wolfenstein: The New Order was fantastic. I thought this was actually... What are you doing?
Nothing, you've gone toilet.
Oh. I thought Wolfenstein: The New Order was actually better than Wolfenstein 2. I thought Wolfenstein 2, the story wasn't as good, but this game was fantastic. Definitely going to have to play through it again. And then we got Star Wars Battlefront. It was a disappointment in many people's eyes, myself included. They have redeemed themselves with Star Wars Battlefront 2, I think. And now I have a physical version of this game. There's not really much in terms of offline and single player in this game. But
Where's
what you can do is what?
Where's the coaster for
It's
it?
in there. But yeah, what you can do in this game is quite limited, but for the most part, it's not a bad game in my opinion. It just didn't have enough content to live up to the hype, so to say. But Star Wars Battlefront 2's making its remedies with the multiplayer updates and free-to-play, free DLC and things like that. This game didn't have any of that. It was all, you only got like a third of the game, and the rest was paid for DLC, so kind of sucked. And then, you know what, I've got 3 Bethesda games here today. Doom, I played this game years ago. I loved it. I thought it was one of the best Doom games I've ever played, in my opinion. It's fantastic. The original Doom is great, but this was amazing. In my opinion, it's much better than Doom 3 ever was. And this has some multiplayer. I don't know how many people are playing it today, but definitely a great game. You said you wanted to try this one out. It is a good game. It's very fun. Very similar to the Wolfenstein game. So Bethesda, please continue with making them. And there's another Doom game coming out. Was announced at E3, so I can't wait for that one. I don't know if I'll get it straight away. I might wait. And last but not least, Fallout 4. It just hit me that I've brought this game twice today, but it's a steelbook version. That's why I had to get it. And it comes with Fallout 4. But yeah, all of these games were $5.99 apart from Battlefront and I think Rise. Rise was $3.99. Mirror's Edge was $4.99. Wolfenstein was $4.99. Star Wars was $3.99, and these two were $4.99. So not bad, basically. All them games were about £25, and they're all excellent titles. Then I picked this one up for Heather as part of an anniversary present. So there's some anniversary presents we've got in here. It's just a Seagate game drive, 2 terabytes, so she can actually start playing more games rather than having like 5 games that she can play on her Xbox One. So yeah, she uses the older Xbox One, only a 500 gig model, whereas I've got a 2 terabyte one and a 2 terabyte hard drive, and that's about how much you need if you want to have about 100 games. And then from game, like I said, I brought this game twice. It's the Game of the Year edition version of Fallout 4. I loved Fallout 4. Now I've got this game 4 times now. I've got this version of the game, I have the steelbook version of the game, and I have it digital it's on the Game Pass, should I say. But I had to get this version because it comes with all of the DLC, and in my opinion, Fallout 4 is worth buying every single version of the game that they bring out. So even, you know, if they brought out Game of the Year edition with a steelbook and something else, it'd be worth buying it again, because it's a fantastic game. And it was £20, so new. And you have to get this game new anyway, because this one comes with codes rather than on disc, which kind of sucks.
Hello.
So, but yeah, I wanted it for the DLC because I put a good amount of time into Fallout 4 when I first played it.
Hello.
But I think playing it again with the DLC would be even better. And then also from game, £60 this cost me, guys. Ignore the price tag. It was £60. Another big box limited edition. Oh yeah, collector's edition. You know what that means. We've got another one coming. Yep, another unboxing video soon. And it's Project Cars too. Now, a lot of people are wondering, you don't play a lot of racing games. Why would you get a limited edition version of a racing game? Well, Project Cars 1 was free at one point, and I played it and actually fell in love with it. I thought it was one of the best racing games I'd ever played. I thought it was amazing, and I loved racing games as a kid, and I sort of gone off them for a while, but when I played it, it really pulled me back in, and I love the style of the game. I've talked about it in some gameplay videos, with the gameplay video I did, and other videos I've talked about it, but can't talk enough about it. In my opinion, there's only, if you had to get a racing game on Xbox One, it's going to be either Project Cars 1 or 2, Forza, one of the Forza games, or The Crew, and in my opinion those are the three top racing games. But there's also like Need for Speed as well, but I enjoyed Project Cars because it focuses just on racing. There's no upgrades, there's nothing like that. It's just focused on racing circuits, and obviously the second game added Rallycross, which is more than enough reason for me to buy it. But I'll just show you what you do get inside it for when we do the unboxing. You get a book, an art book, a steel book, 2 digital contents, one of them some Japanese cards, but it also includes the season pass, which this game is £20, about £20 on its own now, anyway, or £30 new, and then you have to pay for the season pass, which will probably be about £30 anyway. So in other words, all the other stuff is free. And then it comes with the box, some stickers, an esports live VIP pass. I don't really know what that is. And it also comes with a model exclusive McLaren 720S little car in there. But as you know, what I'm going to do with my limited editions is keep them as they are. I'm tempted to try and keep. I'm tempted to actually keep this sealed, but it's got the season pass in there, so I don't want to. I'll do an unboxing video on it, of course, but I'll probably keep everything that's, in the box. I won't have the car on display or anything, and there's nothing in this box that will be sealed anyway, but the car's going to stay in its box inside here, just for as will everything else. But I'll definitely be playing the game, you can guarantee that. Then we'll go from our anniversary stuff. So this is all things we've got each other. First off, these are the, have you got my one? We'll do mine first. Yeah. First off, these are the one things that Heather brought me. She brought me the first season of Gotham because it was in the queue for £20. So I do like watching TV, but I don't watch TV shows when they first come out, unless it's something I really, really want to watch. So I want to give this show a watch because I hear it's really good. I know some people say the first season is a little bit slow, but it always is. But season 2, 3, that's where it gets good, they always say. But yeah. And then got me this little Yoda statue. I've got to say, it's pretty cool. And it comes with a little Yoda statue, or diorama, I guess. And it comes with a little book in there as well, and some stickers. Pretty cool. With figures and things like this, I do unbox them, and I do have them on display. With figures, like proper figures that come in cases, I keep them in the case, of course. But these sort of things, I take them out. And then we also have a Darth Vader one here, and comes with another little book in there. So, of course, Star Wars fan at heart. I got this one because I got it with Heather's present. It was $1.99 with any purchase, and it's the Batman Series 1 little daubs. Yeah, I think they're called daubs. Things. I've got the Riddler, and this one's Poison Ivy. So these ones are pretty cool. but they're quite top heavy, so just be warned. And then here's what I brought Heather. Some DVDs. I've got well, she brought herself 50 Shades Freed. What do you expect? And these are what I brought her. I brought her Point Break. I think it's a disaster movie.
No.
Oh, it's not?
Nope.
Oh, I think I've heard of this movie. Yeah, this is a classic, Point Break. I hear it's a really good action sort of movie, thrill seeker movie. Unchained, know nothing about it. I just got it because it's got London has
It's
fallen.
about bank robbery gone wrong.
Yeah, bank robbery gone wrong. We watch movies like this every now and then. We've been watching X-Men lately. Watched X-Men 2 last night. Weren't as bad as the first one. Mean Girls 1 and 2. You know, a lot of people actually say these movies are quite funny, and look, I mean a fucking girly t-shirt right here, so I guess maybe one day I'll watch it with her. The Warriors, this one was sort of for myself as well, but it's a classic must-watch movie. I will have to get round to watching it. Come on, hey. And then we have a real still. Just realised it's Hugh Jackman, and we've been watching X-Men movies. Yeah, it's I think it's sort of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but real boxing with robots. And this one's actually, again, for both of us, but it's the Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie's Revenge game on PS2. Now this is actually quite a rare game. It was $7.99, not bad. Oh, those DVDs were 5 for £20. That's why there was 5. But yeah, this game's made by Capcom, and a lot of people say this is just Devil May Cry in it's basically like the gameplay is like Devil May Cry, but a Nightmare Before Christmas. Some people say it's a bit of a harder game. I don't know, but it's the first time I've ever seen it in person, and it was on the market. I had to get it. Now we get on to the good stuff. Not saying any of this is bad by any means. Oh, actually, before we get on to the old stuff, some stuff from CEX. I just bought Strike Force Bowling, just another budget bowling title. It's 50p. We can just get them up, babe, because we can try put them up at half free. Yeah, and then
Okay.
you can go to bed when you 7. And Acme Arsenal. This was the other Looney Tunes game that I needed on the PS2, and I think I've got all the Looney Tunes games on the PS2 now. And I remember this game actually. I can't remember if I had it as a kid, but I remember it being pretty decent. Now we get on to the good free Xbox One title game. Sorry, FIFA 14. Yeah, it was on Xbox One, and believe it or not, FIFA 14 was one of the last games on the PS2 as well. So that's crazy, and that's £20 game. That is not the most expensive game for being one of the last games, but it's a football game, so you can't really, But it was the I just need FIFA 18 now. And then I've got all the FIFA games on the Xbox One, 50p. I've got Moto Racer 4. I got this one mainly for Hope because she likes dirt bike games and racing games, so I brought this one for her. But I need it for the full collection anyway, so any game I buy for someone, that's, is always for me in one way or another. And I also got the game called The Dwarfs, £6. This was, that motorbike game was £10, but it was it was, like I said, Heather spoiled everyone, obviously, so, we brought it for her. But yeah, so, yeah, it's a RPG with dwarfs. I don't know a lot about it. This game was £6, and I thought that was a good price. It's not the most common Xbox One title, but it's not uncommon. So, up first console we got is a Sega Mega Drive. Oh yes, mate. How could I not have the first ever console I ever played in my collection? And now I do. It's not in the greatest of condition, I know, but a little bit of a dust up and a clean up doesn't do no problems to any console. But yeah, absolutely classic console, and it uses RF out. It did come with a controller, of course. The 3-button controller. There was also a 6-button controller, mainly for fighting games. No, I think it's that one. Yeah, and it also came with, the power cable, but it came with an RF switch. Now I don't know how you use these. I have no idea how to use these. So, but this does have the ability to have an AV cable. So I'll probably go online and buy an AV cable instead of messing around with this RF switch. Even though it's got ANT on here, and my TV does have an ANT port. I think my TV does have an RF port as well. My TV's, that's why I like that TV. It's got everything you need on there, even though it's a HD TV. But this is before my time, so I'll probably just get an AV, because AV is, you know, a lot easier. And like I said, that TV's great. But £30 this was, guys, £30. And this machine is, this is nostalgia at its best. You know, man, I'm gonna have to set this up one day. And set up some Sonic the Hedgehog, because I do got a few Mega Drive games upstairs, I think.
I can see right through the console.
Where?
Through that little hole.
Yeah, but
is that a vent?
Yeah, I think it is. It's just the way it's designed, H. But yeah, you could have even put headphones into the console. That's great. That's amazing. Yeah, a lot of nostalgia for me. Gonna have to get up I'm gonna have to buy Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and play that one day on this. But I did get 2 games, one unboxed, one boxed. Had to get Aladdin, £12. Worth that, because this is one of the best Disney games ever made. Aladdin on Sega Mega Drive is fantastic. It was also on the Super Nintendo, however that version was But Disney made some fantastic games back in the day. Their games today are hit and miss, but Sega Mega Drive, Aladdin, this is what you call a game. This is amazing. I'm gonna have to do a playthrough of this game. It's so fun. And I don't know. I don't know. We're going retro, guys. And I had to get this one because, well, The Simpsons Spark versus the Space Mutants. We've been watching AVGN for like the 5th time in a now, and obviously he did a Spark versus the Space Mutants on NES. So I'd like to see, and made a lot of jokes about it and stuff. And I'd like to see actually if the Sega Mega Drive version is any better. But I've got to have it. I love The Simpsons, so maybe I'll try and hunt down every single Simpsons game and do a video on that. And then one of its competitors, the almighty Super Nintendo. Of course, this is what the Super Nintendo looked like in the UK. Most people online, you won't see this one. You'll see the purple one, because most people have the American one. But this is the PAL version, and it's got the same design as the Super Famicom, which is the Japanese version. Never had a Super Nintendo, so definitely going to have to try this one out. You see, Nintendo and me, we don't have the greatest relationship. I think Nintendo have done some stupid things, but they've also done some amazing things. What am I saying? I ain't got nothing against Nintendo. I'm only joking, guys. But yeah, got to have a Super Nintendo, and this was £42. That's not too bad, you know. It's not in the greatest condition, I know, but if it works, then that's all that matters to me at the moment. And then, of course, came with one controller, but I did buy an extra controller. Well, we got an extra controller as well, so yeah. And then, but thank fuck, it came with an AV cable instead of an RF one. So at least one of the consoles I've got here today had an AV console instead. So at least I can test that. And then also, I already, I was getting a Super Nintendo.
That is.
Yeah, and then a big, nice, hefty port charging thing. I've got a Super Game Boy. You don't see these that often, especially around here.
It looks brand new. It literally looks really good condition.
Yeah, it's in great condition as well, by the way. And basically, what the Super Game Boy is, it allows you to play Game Boy games on the TV or on your Super Nintendo. And this was great for its time, and this was £12, not too bad. This was great for the time because a lot of Game Boy games you couldn't really play properly because the colour was terrible and the lighting was terrible.
That one's heavier than that one.
It's got more memory in it because that's a 3D game.
That's PAL version.
We're in PAL, H.
Oh, so why's that not got on it?
Hmm?
That ain't got it on it.
It doesn't say that. Not all of them have it on there,
Okay, sure.
because that's a different company. But yeah, one awesome thing was so you could actually see the games properly, and you could put color palettes on it. It was great. You could do a lot of things with the Super Game Boy, and we're gonna have to do a video on it because there's a lot of things you can do on this cool little device. Just slot it in like so, and there you go. And you know what? Do you know what I love? Do you know what I love about this? It's so easy to put a game in there. And then, speaking of games, we got 3 extra Super Nintendo games. We got Adam's Family. This was again Heather's choice, but I've heard this one game is a hit and miss game. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. But the game just goes in, and do you know what the best part is? It's in there nice and tightly. And actually, I've just noticed this one's got an end label on it.
It's been stuck on though.
Yeah, babe. Yeah, that's why people buy them. There's a website online. That's one of the coolest parts.
No, it's not a proper sticker. It's not a proper sticker.
I know, babe. What I mean is they don't come with end labels. There's a website you can buy them for, and they do them for every single game that didn't have that. It's for people that store their games like that, so you know what it is.
Ah, so you can look at that.
Yeah, I will. And then we also got Pilot Wings, and as Heather said, this one's a little bit heavier. This is a fantastic game, and that one's got an end label as well. Great. This is a great game. It's like a plane game, and you've got all these you pilot things, and you have to do challenges, and it's a great game. Also on the N64. And then also Super Return of the Jedi got Super Star Wars. So all I need now is the Empire Strikes Back. Got to have them all. And then last but not least, certainly not least, Sega Dreamcast. Oh yeah, I never had a Sega Dreamcast, and I don't think I've ever played one. So I'm happy to have a Dreamcast now. Same price as the Super Nintendo, £42. This one isn't in too bad condition. It's not the worst I've ever seen. Not the best, obviously, but fantastic. Absolutely amazing console. Great. And this also allows AV out as well, but the cable is not AV. So I don't know. Wait, oh no, it's over there. What am I saying? But yeah, oh it does. This one has this again. It's got this this thing version of AV using one of these switches. But I think you can buy the traditional AV cables for it as well. But again, and the controller as well, just base controller, no memory card unit, which you put the memory cards in here and all that. So gonna have to hunt them down. But there was a guy that had did a trade-in, and he had a massive tub, and I mean a massive tub of Dreamcast games, Nintendo games, 64, everything, all retro stuff. And I was like, you bastard. If only he would have done that yesterday, then all them games would have been out for sale. But I got 2 games, Sonic Adventure, and this was £8. I'm disappointed in CX, I really am, because the case is in terrible condition. Look at that, honestly. And I was pissed off because that guy had traded in one, and it was in almost mint condition. But yeah, Dreamcast games are like PlayStation games. The cases do break easy. And a personal choice for me, Sega Rally Championships, £18, a little bit more than what I would have liked to have paid for a racing game. But this is, in my opinion, my favourite rally game of all time. In the arcade, this is amazing, and I love me some rally games, and I love playing this game. It is classic as it can be. The arcade version is fantastic, and a lot of people say that the Dreamcast version is amazing. And you know what? This game's only came out on the Dreamcast, and it only came out on the N-Gage. And if you know what an N-Gage is, it's a mobile phone, which was also a console, considered to be terrible. But that version of the game, some people say is pretty good. But this is like the best version of the game for a home console port, at least. And the reason to own a Dreamcast, because if you're a fan of rally games, because you're not going to get that on any other console. The N-Gage, yeah, but it's not really a console in my opinion. But yeah, so I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta say, guys, pretty good haul, if I do say so myself. I think, I don't know, what would I say, the best thing today? I don't know, man. I was very happy with the Project Cars too, because, you know, it's another new limited edition, and I know that everything's in there. But, personally, the one that I'm most excited for, ooh, it's a hard choice, it really is, but I don't know, maybe some Sega Rally Championships might win it, I don't know, but I'm quite partial to throwing in a bit of Aladdin and checking that out, but I don't know how I'm going to set these up. I might do a bit of testing at some point and just make sure everything works, but I might just go on Amazon now in a minute and check and see if there's some AV cables and for the Dreamcast and an AV cable for the Mega Drive, just because then it don't have to faff around.
And some hard drives. Well, memory
Oh
cards.
yeah, and a memory card for these. I think it had the memory. Yeah, it was 2 memory cards. They're dirt cheap. They're about £5. But one problem with the Dreamcast thing is, why is the wire here? The wire should be at the top, but I suppose you can't really because of the memory card attachment. But this was before, you know. I mean, they could have done what PlayStation did and just memory card goes in the console. But do you know what's funny about the Dreamcast memory cards? It's not just the memory card. They have little games on them. They've got a little screen which goes in here, and then they do little animations. So, for example, if you're playing some games on here, when you're playing some games on here, you can actually like do like a mini game kind of thing. Like I don't know exactly how they all work, but there were some good ones out there. But still, nonetheless, happy haul, guys. Happy haul. Definitely going to be having fun trying to figure out how all of these consoles will work and tracking down the system. But it will be kind of annoying trying to find somewhere to put them all for now. But nonetheless, guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, and of course feel free to comment below. Let me know in the comments below what you think the best item of today was and what you want me to play, guys. Do you want me to do some original Super Nintendo games? Do you want me to do that? Play it on the original hardware instead of like through my modded console? I don't know. Let me know. And of course feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and join the family, and of course have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.